welcome or welcome back to Pluto Fairy Tarot. I'm Jay, and I'm getting a really strong pull to read with no specific download, so just gonna open up, tap in, see what comes through. This will be timeless in general as always, so take resonates when and how it resonates, and leave what doesn't. Ooh, choppy seas ahead on the bottom of a deck. There's something significant about the fact that this is my note card oracle that I made myself. So there's something about you not needing... Oh my gosh. I don't normally get chills like that, and when I do, they are very strong confirmation. You really do not need all this external shit, all these extra tools. Nothing wrong with tools, right? I use regular tarot decks and oracle decks. But, I mean, maybe some of you even want to specifically develop your intuition and, like, read cards. In fact, I will use regular playing cards to, make my point. But you can make your own tools. You can make your own deck. You can read with regular playing cards. There's so many ways you can use your intuition, so many tools, and understand that they're tools for your intuition. It's not magical objects that are channeling a message through you. There's a very strong push. They're not as blatant and obvious about it nowadays, but it was blatant and obvious when I first started getting into it myself. This idea that like, oh, the cards have the power, right? And you're being chosen by the deck and it's just channeling through you, and they have this. No, it's ink on cardstock. In the hands of someone who does not know how to use their intuition and is not channeling, it's a card game. Literally, there's nothing more to it. Yeah, the imagery is great. There's some power in the fact that so many other people resonate with and work with the imagery as well. But again, it's coming from the people, not from the objects. The objects are maybe conduits of the power, but they're not the source. They're not the holders. You hold your power. You are your power. And if you keep thinking that you need someone external to do it for you, to get you through it, into the birth confirmation, you're never going to realize you're capable. 230, into the birth confirmation, 239 could be very significant, as well as 246. So that's also like a progression of 2 at a time. So it's like you're moving quickly, quote unquote, skipping some steps, but not in a sense of like in a recipe, if you skip some steps, you're going to get a whole different, result at the end. It's just like you're doing 2 steps at a time. You're making big strides, okay? Big stepper, I just heard. It could be very specific confirmation, that wording. My ear's ringing for confirmation. And you're also stirring this up. The sea would be calm if you weren't trying to make progress. Some people are coming against you because you have, from their perspective, this is not spirit saying this is your haters, because you have the audacity to try. They think they have to strike you down. Some people are just hating assholes. Like, let's just call a spade a spade. These are some hating assholes, okay? But then also, because you are moving, that creates movement around us. Just as if, I'm seeing people like make a whirlpool in a pool, right? By all going in a circle together. You're moving the energy with you, and because you're moving so much, you're moving a lot of energy, and it's creating a lot of tumultuosity. It's not even a word, but it is now. Or it is a word because we're using it. And I think you know what I'm saying when I say that. So don't mistake this for like, oh, you're doing something wrong, because that's another thing. That's another push. One of I'm gonna just rip the Band-Aid off. Spirit just told me to. Don't make me say most, but it's true. Most of what's out there in so-called spiritual spaces, quote unquote, spirit. It's true. Most of what's out there in so-called spiritual spaces is insidious spiritual warfare designed to prevent real connection. So one of the things they'll try to do is get you to externalize your power, tell you need something external, tell you the cards are doing it, and you're just working with the cards rather than you're doing it with the cards, and they're just tools, and you could use some other tool as well. They want you attached to objects rather than realizing it's you that has the power there. Not that tools are meaningless or useless or bad, but just they want you to externalize your power. Another thing they'll do is tell you that the right way for you will be calm. That if it's chaotic, it must not be for you. It'll be easy if it's for you. Do you know how often the wrong thing is easy? And a lot of the time it's because, one, those hating ass hoes I was talking about don't attack you if they see you hurting yourself. They don't get mad if they see you, going backwards. They're happy about it, so they don't mess with you. They create blockages when they see you going the right way. But two, they will also intervene to make it easier for you to take a path that will not serve you. They will go out of their way to remove blockages on pathways that are not for you, and then go out of their way to create blockages on paths that are for you. So they're always meddling. You really have to. I don't want to like plant in your head this idea that everyone's out to get you all the time, because everyone is not. But some people, a lot of the time, actually are. Some people are actually obsessive and hateful in that way. It's just a sad fact. So don't be like, oh, no one, oh, I'm just overthinking it. I'm just being. No, you were overthinking it when you thought literally everyone was out to get you. You're not overthinking it when you acknowledge that, hey, that specific person actually is fucking with me. Like, no, they actually are, right? You actually do have some people who don't like you and go out of their way in that way over time. So there's ups and downs, and you can choppy seas, right? There's waves in the seas. You can learn. What does that mean? That's going to be something for somebody. You can learn to ride the waves, to use to build momentum when you're going down, and to ride that high when you're going up. You don't have to be tossed about by the waves. You can leverage them. Right? Don't sit there and wish, oh, I wish the seas were calm and I could just paddle along, because that might feel safe and comfortable. You'll make a lot more progress riding these stormy seas, using the power that's at play. My ears are, just gotta chill. My ears started to ring, and then I got the chills. So that's a lot of confirmation coming through at once. I'm hearing like a lightning, or thunder, I guess, the crackling of that. In the stormy sea, I'm hearing the rain hitting the water. I'm hearing the sounds of the waves smashing into your ship. But you're going with it. You're using it to build momentum. What to anyone else they look at and that's insane. Why would you do that? And I just heard, because I'm built different. I'm built different, bro. I don't know what to tell you. Yes. Yes. The freaking yes card. 833, 844, and 845. Any of those could be significant. Yes. Yes. This card literally just says yes on it, if you weren't looking. Yes. Everyone's built different at the end of the day, like if we really want to get down to the nitty gritty. But like, you really have potential that most people don't. Not because you're just like so lucky and blessed, but because you choose to do the damn thing. You choose to just fucking... You got that gumption, babe. Gumption. That's the word I'm hearing. You got that fucking gumption. Work with that. Own that. Love that. So often it's the same emotion, but whether we perceive it as fear or excitement is a choice. Right? Like, I'm seeing people on a roller coaster, and I'm seeing one person enjoy it and the person that's seated next to them dreading it. And some people might look at that and think like they're having two totally different experiences. They're not. In a way they are, but the difference in the experience is in how they're choosing to engage with it. It's in how they're conceptualizing it. One person's going, I'm strapped in here and it's fine. I'm going to enjoy the ride. And the other person's going, oh my God, what's happening? This is so scary. And so that's affecting their experience, right? It's not like a massage versus getting stabbed. Those are different experiences because they're different experiences. It doesn't matter how you conceptualize them. This is excitement versus fear. It's the same, in so many cases, it's the same emotion, and it's a choice. Not one we're consciously making most of the time. I want to be very clear. I'm not saying, oh, you're just choosing to be afraid. You're not choosing it, but you can choose to be excited instead. You were unconsciously experiencing it at first. You can consciously alter it. Also, alter, as in like an alter space for workings, energy workings, could be very significant and potent and powerful for some people. Ace of Wands. Yeah, I'm seeing Hecate, so magic, witchcraft. That could be a specific like wording and way of energy working that works for you. Because whatever people call it, it's energy working at the end of the day. Whatever name they want to use, whatever specific practice that they want to go with, it's energy working. So whatever form of energy working calls to you, but for someone, it's definitely, you would call it witchcraft. And there's nothing wrong with that. Nothing's inherent. Well, I don't know about nothing, but most things are not inherently good or bad. It's, people try to say they are, but it's always in how it's used. And you're not out here like, oh, I'm going to sow destruction and bring misery on people or just be a really horrible person. Like, you're not doing that. Some people might say, if you say you're a witch, some people will be like, oh, you're evil, you need to rebuke the devil. And it's like, I'm not working with that framework at all. What are you talking about? Don't try and justify yourself to those people, okay? Four of Wands, get rooted. Find your rooting. Oh my gosh. These chills. I've gotten 3 this reading. Holy crap. Oh my gosh, so much energy. And we have the Three of Wands, the Knight of Wands, the Two of Pentacles now, as I was just moving that, and the Nine of Pentacles all peeking out after I dropped that from the chill I just got, 1241. So finding your rooting, doing the working and letting it come to fruition with the Three of Wands, and also I'm seeing like a seed, right? If you keep digging the seed up and seeing if it's sprouted yet, you're going to hamper the growth. You have to plant it and let it go. So freaking difficult, I know. For some people it's easy, naturally very patient. Love that for you. Not all of us are like that. So if it's difficult for you, that's okay, but work on it. So you have to plant it and let it sit. Knight of I almost said Knight of Pentacles. So it could take time, right? And again, with this seed imagery I'm getting. But Knight of Wands, it's riding forth, holding out that wand, right? Holding out that torch, illuminating, right? A wand, right? Like maybe working with a magical wand, right? As a focus for your energy. Some people you can just think, right? You can direct with your mind and your thoughts and your intention. Some people it's better to use a physical object, whether that's a crystal, a wand, a book, whatever, right? Writing can help some people direct their energy. Whatever works for you, working with that, very powerful. Two of Pentacles, so the juggling the energies, dynamic. You need the movement. You need the interplay. Okay, you want to avoid stagnancy. And sometimes it's a slow turning, so it's not like a fast thing, but it's like turning the compost, right? You don't turn the compost just over and over and over and over, but every so often you got to turn the compost to keep things moving, right? Also compost, the fact that compost is coming through it, right? I'm seeing the Death card in my mind's eye. There's this need to work with that energy as well. Especially potent message if you have strong Scorpio energy. You don't have to for the reading to be for you. And then the Nine of Pentacles, you're cultivating for yourself. Can y'all actually, that's completely out of your view. I just noticed. So this is what I've been seeing this whole time, just so you know. Four of Wands, Three of Wands, Knight of Wands, Two of Pentacles, and Nine of Pentacles. And the Nine of Pentacles is on the bottom here. Shut the front door, Spirit. The frickin' Tower of... Okay. I was nowhere near that, so I don't know how that fell. Something over there. You got unseen forces helping you out. Tower reversed. Everything is not crumbling down. It is falling into place. Okay? It's falling into place. Look at all that rainbow energy. That could be a specific message or confirmation for somebody. But yes, with the Nine of Pentacles it being at the bottom, that's when the roots reach their deepest. That is when I'm seeing this huge flower, a giant flower the size of like a huge oak tree. I think I'm seeing an oak tree. Don't quote me on that, but oak trees could be significant in some way. A giant flower the size of an oak tree bursts out of the ground. And it's been like months and months, 9 months. Maybe someone's getting pregnant. I don't know. Take that if it resonates. Leave it if it doesn't, as always. 9 months of just the roots under the ground. You see nothing above the surface. You might feel like you're crazy and nothing's happening, but in your intuition is like, keep holding on, keep going. I'm hearing Hold On Tight by aespa. That song could be significant. They reach that deepest point. They tap. There's like, I've seen the roots wrap around some kind of crystal, and then this giant flower emerges. And the scent, the radiance of it is so immaculate, I'm hearing. And everything falls into place. But if you dug that seed up before it was ready, the roots would have stopped reaching, and they never would have gotten there. And for those of us who patience is not a strong suit, that's a really tough message, but like, let's do our best, y'all. Okay? Anytime we're asked to have patience like that by Spirit, trust me, I know it's not easy. For those of you who it is, love that for you. Kind of jealous, to be quite honest, but for those of us it isn't. We still got to be patient. And for some people, I'm hearing, is the last thing Spirit wants me to say, some of you who are naturally, you like things going slower, you might need to learn to cultivate a little bit more spontaneity, right? You need to cultivate, it's not that spontaneity is good and patience is bad, or patience is good and spontaneity is bad. Everything has its place, and we're all naturally more attuned to one than the other, and we need to honor the other that we're not naturally, more attuned to. Okay? That's a period across the board with all polarities and dualities in this world. Masculine and feminine, light and dark, spontaneity, patience, introversion, extroversion, etc., 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 etc. And that's the reading. So, no, it's not. Five of Wands. That is not the Five of Wands. Five of Pentacles, Three of Swords reversed. Enduring the cold is how you heal. I just heard the false, I was going to say the warmth, but the false warmth. This false comfort that was staving off this feeling of the cold. So this could mean alcohol for some people. Take that if it resonates, leave it if it doesn't. But it could be like, maybe you need to be sober for a bit to really let yourself process something. Some people, you don't have an unhealthy relationship, and it's fine if you have a drink occasionally. But some people, it's like you have to stop and you have to feel soberly. But you have to feel the cold. And I'm sorry that's the message, but that's the truth. Sometimes we just got to feel. And sometimes those feelings suck. Okay? But that's how you heal. By letting it move through you. And that's the reading. So I hope that reading resonated and was helpful for you. If it did resonate and it was helpful, you can let me know by liking the video, commenting if you want to, and subscribing to the channel if you'd like to see more readings from me in the future. All right. Good luck and goodbye.